Hey guys! I've played around with freezer paper stencils before, but I have to admit, I am still a little bit obsessed with the technique. So today, I'm going to make a really cute dress for my daughter Lulu using this cloud and raindrop stencil. Here's what you'll need. A dress or a t-shirt, a cutting mat, cloud and raindrop stencil, a craft knife, freezer paper, soft fabric paint, sponge-tipped brushes, and an iron. Alright, now the first thing you're going to want to do is print your stencil. You can print this free stencil at HGTV.com. Now I like to use these freezer paper sheets that are already cut to size so they fit in your home printer. But you can also buy freezer paper on a roll and cut it to size. Once your stencil is printed, it's time to cut it out. We're going to use a craft knife and make sure to protect your table with a cutting mat. When you're cutting out your stencil, we're cutting out all of the black parts and leaving the white parts because that's what's going to create the pattern on your dress or t-shirt. Alright, so we've cut out our cloud and our raindrops, and your next step is to iron the freezer paper onto the dress. Before we start work on your dress, you're going to want to put a piece of thick cardboard in between the two sides to keep the color from bleeding through and to protect your work table from the iron. Take your stencil and put it shiny side down. Freezer paper has a rough papery side and then it has a shiny kind of plasticky side. And that is the side that is going to stick to your dress. So just center it in place, and now it's time to iron. You're going to want to use a hot iron, no steam. Steam will wrinkle your stencil. Just press it firmly until the stencil is completely adhered. Alright, we've given our stencil a couple of minutes to cool off, and now it's time to add our fabric paint. I love this soft fabric paint because it's flexible and it won't crack after you wear or wash the dress. When you're ready to start painting, take your sponge-tipped paintbrush and you want to stipple the paint onto the stencil. You don't want to brush it like this because paint could get under the edge of the stencil and bleed through. Once you have all of your paint on, you're going to want to let this dry for about an hour before we remove our stencil. Okay, we've let our paint dry and now it's time to remove the stencil. You're going to want to start from one corner and pull gently but firmly. It's like magic. And there you go. The dress is ready to be worn, but you want to wait at least 3 days and turn it inside out before you wash it. I think this turned out pretty cute, but you know, you're not limited to just making clothes. This design would look adorable on a tote bag, and I even made a set of dish towels. You can get creative. Well guys, that's it for this week's episode of HGTV Crafternoon. I'll see you next time.